Pain is not a punishment. It is a summons, a call from the black forge of existence itself, hammering you into something that weak men will never understand. Most crumble when pain comes. They scream, they beg, they collapse into a pile of soft excuses and broken dreams. They curse the heavens. They curse fate. They curse the fire that could have made them gods if they had just stood still long enough to be reforged. But you are not most men. You are not here to crumble. You are not here to complain. You are not here to ask why. You are here to endure, like a god of stone. Because the truth is brutal, and it doesn't care about your comfort. Life is suffering. Not sometimes, not occasionally, always. If you are living right, you are carrying weight. You are bearing scars. You are breathing through fire. Because existence does not reward the soft. It does not favor the comfortable. It favors the relentless. The shadow army is built on this principle, that we do not wish away the storm. We become the mountain it cannot move. You think Marcus Aurelius sat on a velvet throne, pampered by luxury. No, he fought wars, buried children, endured plagues, lived surrounded by betrayal and death. Every day the empire shook under his feet, and still he stood, not because he was immune to pain, because he refused to be ruled by it. He understood the law. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the architect of your dominion. Without hardship, you are a leaf in the wind. Without endurance, you are a slave to every sharp gust that crosses your path. Without scars, you are just another empty vessel pretending to be whole. Most will try to dodge the blows. They'll run to comfort. They'll seek distractions. They'll drown themselves in vices, women, games, fantasies, anything to forget that they are weak. But every time you run from pain, you shrink. Every time you hide from hardship, you betray the God sleeping inside you. Every time you seek a way out instead of a way through, you weaken the fortress of your own spirit. Pain comes to all. Suffering is inevitable. But the difference is in how you meet it. Do you meet it with whimpers and complaints? Or do you meet it with silence and locked eyes, daring it to do its worst? Because when you endure with dignity, when you wear your scars without apology, when you walk through the fire without shedding your crown, you rise beyond human. You become something else. Stone, steel, storm. You become an entity the world cannot break. The world will not hand you greatness. It will hand you hardship. It will hand you betrayal. It will hand you pain and loss and endless challenges. That is the currency of this life. Not comfort, not fairness, not peace. Most men are broken by it. They live bitter lives, cursing the very pain that could have been their crown. They blame fate, they blame God, they blame their enemies, but they never look in the mirror and realize the truth. It was never about what happened to them. It was about what they chose to become because of it. You see, endurance is not passive. It is not suffering in silence while hoping things get better. Endurance is war. Endurance is standing tall while every bone inside you screams to kneel. Endurance is moving forward with cracked armor and bleeding hands, refusing to surrender your soul. When life punches you in the mouth, most beg for mercy. They want the storm to end. They want the pain to ease. They pray for relief, not realizing that the only true prayer a man should ever utter is this: make me stronger. Make me stronger so the weight that crushes others only sharpens me. Make me harder so the betrayals that shatter them only fuel me. Make me colder so the suffering that kills them becomes my forge. Because here's the savage truth. The pain isn't leaving. The hardship isn't ending. The losses aren't stopping. But you can become the kind of being that no longer breaks under their weight. You can become the storm inside the storm. the fire inside the fire, the stone the world's rivers crash against. And still, you stand. You endure not because you have no feelings. You endure because you have something greater than feelings. A purpose, a code, a destiny. And every second you refuse to bend, every moment you breathe through the agony, every inch you crawl forward in the mud, you carve yourself deeper into legend. Pain refines the few. It destroys the many. You decide which one you will be. When your body screams, when your mind fractures, when the world spits in your face, will you break like glass, or will you become the hammer that shatters weakness itself? Will you collapse into soft decay, or will you rise like an ancient colossus, cracked and scarred, but unmovable? Because the final evolution of a warrior is not brute strength, it's not speed, it's not charm, it's not talent. It is the cold, savage patience to suffer for as long as it takes to conquer. You want to be different? Then stop hoping for easier paths. Stop craving softer days. Stop begging for lighter burdens. Pray for heavier crowns. Pray for fiercer storms. Pray for greater fires. Because it is in the crucible of relentless suffering that your throne is forged. You want your enemies to fear you. You want the weak to tremble in your presence. Then let them see a man who does not flinch when the pain comes. Let them witness a being who does not beg, who does not fold, who does not even blink when the world tries to break him. Let them understand they are standing before something ancient, something sacred, something beyond comprehension, a god of stone. This is the fourth doctrine of the Shadow Army. You are not here to live easy. You are not here to seek peace. You are not here to float. You are here to endure, like the mountain under the storm, like the anvil under the hammer, like the god that feels pain but bends to no one. Take your scars with pride. Wear your hardship like armor. Walk through the fire without asking why. Because every second you endure, you build a legacy no enemy can erase.